If I leave the internet for a week, next time I'm back, it's almost like, man, I'm starting all over. I think for people who are looking to create some buzz with their events, it is necessary for them to create that buzz because they have to have a content.
I see why it is necessary and I see why it is unnecessary. The reason why it's necessary is that just to create buzz, like you said. And the reason why it's unnecessary is that videographer that actually invested heavily already in their craft, they already come up with trends of what they're going to do. Then somebody out of somewhere, just somewhere, saw the stuff, film it, post it instantly, and everything the videographer has to used to sell his own market. He can't. It's always hard, to get the inspiration, to get the right mood to edit, because if the mood is not right,
so that happens to you too. Oh man. Sometimes I'm sitting there for 2-3 weeks. I'm like, okay, I'll make some notes, and then I'm like, the photos. I've done the photos like the very first week. But the video, I'm like,
oh no, I'm not.
But the good thing is once I get to it, I'm able to go like real fast.
You know? Mood. I think video is mood, and that is why people are in content creator, because they don't need mood. Just say what they see.
Whatever they see.
They don't need inspiration to be like, oh, I want this video to look like.
Honestly, to me, I'd say just do whatever works for you. Figure it out. Do whatever works for you. I don't know if I can take photos. If I love weddings, I can take good wedding photos. And there's an opportunity to do like a commercial shoot for like a brand. I don't see why I shouldn't do it. I don't see why I should turn it down because somebody somewhere says niche down.
Do you think people or clients are hiring content creation because they deliver very fast, and videographer takes not forever, but videographer takes forever to deliver? Happy podcast day.
Yes sir, yes sir. Good to see you, man.
Yes sir, thank you so much for coming. Hello guys, this is Fawaz and welcome to the What Next. Today I have here with me one of the biggest, when I say biggest, when I started out, when I was thinking of starting out photography and videography at the start, like the very start, it was one of the person that I actually went to and I saw him shooting, I think a movie. Yeah, it was a movie. So I was actually helping them hold mic that day. I was just trying to wonder how everything works around. And today is here to give us the odds. So, sir, you can.
Yeah. Hi, guys. My name is Roy. I'm the lead cinematographer at Films by Roy. And I'm glad to be with Fawaz today.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Forget everything that Fawaz just said. That's overhyping. Yeah, we're all learning every day, learning from each other. And I really respect this guy, man. This guy is one talented, guy. I always look up to him and be like, man, this dude started this thing like yesterday, and he's been doing this for many years.
Thank you, sir.
And I respect you for that, man.
Thank you so much, sir.
Great work.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, so to the topic of the day, thank you for hyping me too. I feel kind of it's fine. So the topic of today and the reason why I actually want us to have this conversation is to talk about the future of photography, videography, and what it is going to be like in years to come, and based on everything we've been seeing these days. So my first question that I will throw to you is going to be, speaking of the future of media, photography, videography, what is the one thing that you're thinking of about the future of it? Not just for yourself, but for the whole thing in general.
One thing I know for sure that for creatives, the competition is going to get tougher. It's going to get tougher because with AI these days, man, people right in their home, people who just started photography today, videography today, are doing amazing things with AI. So you're going to have to work extra hard. Then your creativity is what's going to separate you in the next couple of years. But I'm really excited the way things are going because AI these days have made our work, so much easier. Today you pop in, you get into Lightroom, and you're not spending as much time as you used to spend some 2, 3, 4 years ago, and you get the job done this quick. And for me, I'm excited though some people are like, oh, AI is going to take our jobs and blah blah blah. I don't think so. It's actually going to make our jobs, our work look better and help us work faster. At least from my experience so far. So yeah, I'm excited, honestly.
Yeah. So I actually read something on. I think it was an interview. It was Elon Musk. So they were asking me about the future of AI. Then he said the future of AI is actually that in the end, or at the almost the end of everything, right? That AI is there to make everything easy for everybody, and it's going to take not even a lot of jobs. It's going to take all jobs. So human being will now decide if they want to work or not. So I'm like, does that make sense or it doesn't make sense? Imagine a world where you don't have to work, that you have to decide, oh, should I work or not? Do you think that makes sense? I don't know. What do you think of
Well,
that?
man, that dude is some weirdo, man. He says stuff, and sometimes I'm like, okay, well, I don't know. I don't know how possible that would be, because if you're not working, how are you supposed to pay your bills? Because I want to
He said
believe
everything is taken care of.
by who then?
No, like that's what he said. You like everybody have access to AI in some kind of way that you can sit
Down
in
in.
your house, do whatever you want.
So
AI is taking care of
gets
everything.
you? So who gets? So I'm thinking, who gets you paid? Who? What are you
So
doing?
that's work of the government or
Okay,
whatever,
we'll
whoever
see.
is in position of
We'll see. We'll hear.
yeah, because
Hopefully, we'll still be here.
yeah,
then.
because that's why I was like, because when I was thinking about it, I'm like, imagine a work where I don't have to work, where I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is just sit and just decide if I want to work or
want to
not.
work or not.
So yeah,
I don't know
it's
if that would
crazy.
be. I don't know if that would
I
be a
don't know if it will
fun
go-
life
yeah,
to lead.
yeah,
But
yeah.
well, we'll see.
Yeah,
but I
we are
doubt it.
getting there. Yeah. So now back to the photography and videography thing that I was speaking about earlier. So there is this rapid growth in, because I wasn't talking only about AI when I said the future. I'm just talking about generality and everything. So the future nowadays, when I go to parties, when I go to events, weddings, anything, there's always these other people with phone. They call themselves content creator.
Creators.
So I don't know. Do you think it is one thing I will ask is that do you think they are necessary? And let's start with necessary. Do you think they are necessary?
Well, I don't think it's man. I don't think it's necessary for people to pop out their phones and video and event and all that.
They actually hire them.
They hired them.
The couple hired them to come
and they
to
show
this
up with their
with
phones.
their phone, yeah, in gimbal with phone.
Man,
And that is their
honestly, man, anything can happen these days. It just depends. I just feel like it depends on who the client. I mean, what the client wants. Sometimes, some clients, they come to you. I'm like, hey, Fawaz, we'd like you to come to shoot our events or cover our event. Sometimes they don't even know what they want, and it's up to you to educate the client and be like, okay, I think for this and this and this and this that you need such and such package, and then you get to let them know that you don't just hire anybody you see out there. There's some stuff you should be looking out for, and I think some planners, they do that as well. They let their couples know that, hey, okay, this is what you should be looking out for in a photographer or a videographer, kind of style you want and all that stuff. So I want to believe that most of these clients who hire people who show up with their phones on a gimbal and stuff are most likely people who don't know much about videography or photography. If people are taking photos with their phone and they don't really, I don't know if they. So now my question would be: those people actually see the past work of those people? Now, don't get me wrong.
No, I understand.
A lot of people can make great videos with phones.
Yeah, no, it's not about great videos. They hire photographer, they hire videographer, and they still hire content creator. So reason why,
So what's the
purpose? Okay.
What's the purpose?
So if you see a lot of stuff that trend these days now, it's going to be content, like phone kind of content.
Yeah,
so before you can be done with your work,
they already
put it out the next day. They already send everything out. So they just, we are dancing this way, we are doing this days, we are doing this days. Yeah. So the question that I was asking is, are those necessary? I can see it being necessary in some parts, and I can see it unnecessary in some parts.
So are you asking if it's necessary on the part of the photographer or the person who's doing it? Just for instance, you having somebody come with their phone to come film you while you work?
No, not me.
The clients.
They are filming the clients. They're going to, so the same way photographer have their own session to take picture, photograph, video,
those other people
do the
will come
video, and they will also have their own time also.
Well, it just depends on the client and what they want. Some people are like that. They just want to, this whole paparazzi thing, they want to, where that's how they get buzz and all that. But for me personally, it's just, I don't know. If I personally won't hire a photographer to film or a videographer to film my birthday celebration or whatever, for instance, and then hire somebody else to come do like behind the scene or content creation. That's just me. So it depends. To me, it's not necessary. Well, I mean, it's just people are different.
I actually consider, because me, when I see it is trending now, people are making 6 figures from it. Like really, they are flying them out of like just country just to come do content for their big day. So what I was thinking actually was me hiring somebody to do content creation, so I can add it to my packages.
Oh, okay, as your packet.
So that was what I was thinking actually, because that was why I asked the question that you think is necessary. Because instead of content creator are stealing our jobs, instead of having that thought, why don't I add it to my own package? Then I have somebody film with the phone, the camera, picture the camera, so it's like a full production company, so they don't have to worry about calling somebody to do content. I have them covered also, then I can also charge for that. So
well, that's actually a good idea. I feel like if you sell it to some of these clients, they will buy it. But then again, I want to believe the reason why most of these people do these things is because the people that are actually coming to cover these events for them are people who already have a following, and they're trying to make sure their event can create a buzz by having these guys coming. I don't know if somebody I don't know if people would want to do that just to have it on their phone or to post it on their own page.
They do. So this is actually, let me explain like content creation to you. So basically what based on what like my past, let's say 4 weddings this year that I've done, is out of like the 4, no, not even like out of, let's say out of 10, 7 out of them have content creation, 3 doesn't. So now the people that have it, these are what content creators do. They sometimes they film the whole thing. They have their own phone with the gimbal and stuff, so that they send to the clients the next day, and also they take over the client's social media. So now they take over their Instagram, whatever is happening, they are recording for them and posting on their story as it is happening. So basically their work is just to create trends with phone, like, our wedding this, our wedding, just add some text to it. That's my own understanding. I don't know if it is more than that, but this is what I see. And most content creators that I've spoken with recently, I was trying to add some of them to my team, like, hey, can you just do this for my stuff? And they were explaining what they actually do at parties. So when they were explaining, I'm like, okay, I think what you're saying is making sense. What you're saying is making sense. So I now see the whole idea. And now, ever since I searched the word content creator, that is what Instagram has been showing me. So I get to see their work, and I get to see, this is why people are hiring them. So that was why I threw the question that, do you think it is necessary or not?
I think for people who are looking to create some buzz with their events, it is necessary for them to create that buzz, because they have to have a content to be able to do that. But I don't know in the near future if everybody will want to have that in that, I don't know. But for me personally, that's not just my kind of
it's just
life.
So
it makes sense. That's a good, man. Like I said, man, we're all learning every day, man. New things are popping up. Back in the day, that would look like more like stupid thing.
Because it sounds stupid when you hire a professional. They want to invest in photography. They want to invest in videography. They invested heavily in their craft
so much,
and then you're not calling somebody that have the same phone that you have.
To come do.
So it sounded. I was like, it sound dumb. When I added the first time, I'm like, And then when I now see from their own point of view, and I see they're actually doing it full time, then I'm like, oh, what do you actually do? Then they explain to me. Yeah, but I have this party, no, not even party. One of my friends that does videography, he was telling me about a videographer. He said he's not going to show. He was shooting at the wedding. Then the content creator appeared with phone, and some of them even have this camera, but they are filming real format. So he was like, the videographer left. He said he's not going to shoot that wedding anymore.
Wow.
If those content creators or
Don't stop
people with
shooting.
other shooting, that if they did not go away, he's going to leave. Then afterward, he said he went to ask him why. Then the guy said everything is using to sell his market, all the new ideas that he already thought of before the wedding, he came to show it, and then somebody is just coming from
Coming to
somewhere with
film it.
phone to film it, and then what he's going to use to sell his market, they already posted the next day, and they post bad quality of it, of what he's trying to sell. So when he said it, it kind of make me think, this is another
Angle
thing.
to look at it.
So the content creation thing, but some people come with their ideas. Not everybody comes to steal other people's ideas. So that was why the question I asked earlier about the content creation thing. Welcome back to What's Next. Yeah, so we're discussing about a videographer leaving party angrily because a content creator came with a phone, and some people actually are using camera now to film the BTS, just to film in one format. But one thing I see is that I see why it is necessary and I see why it is unnecessary. The reason why it's necessary is that just to create buzz, like you said. And the reason why it's unnecessary is that videographer that actually invested heavily already in their craft, they already come up with trends of what they're going to do. Then somebody out of somewhere, just somewhere, saw the stuff, film it, post it instantly, and everything the videographer has to used to sell his own market. He can't, because somebody already posted it.
Put
So
it
if you
out
post
there.
it, it's going to be like, yeah,
Copied.
yeah,
He copied the other
yeah.
person.
So yeah, that's why. Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, all these are part of life's challenges. I feel like, man, we will face every now and then. But I mean, what can you do? That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's good.
Do you think people or clients are hiring content creation because they deliver very fast, and videographer takes not forever, but videographer takes forever to deliver? Do you think that's why they actually hire content creator?
Going by your explanation of how these people do this whole thing, I want to believe it's more of wanting to create buzz and wanting to do it quickly. I think it's more of the buzz than the time it'll take to get the finished work out so they can create the buzz. Does that make sense? So yeah, I feel like they just want to trend. I mean, my party's today. I want to have it out there by tomorrow so it can trend. And I think that's more of the goal for them, for people like that. But otherwise, I don't know why.
So do you think if videographers are actually delivering the stuff that same day, do you think he's going to eradicate the content creator rising in stuff like that?
Possibly. But now, what kind of content would the videographer put out the next day? That would be another thing, to ask. But like you said before, it will make a lot of sense if these professional videographers actually offer that service themselves. Because it's better you have a team that's doing all these things. You don't have to worry about anybody stealing your ideas, stuff. Okay, this guy that is shooting whatever he's shooting with phone, or he's shooting vertical with a professional camera. This is my team. We're working together. Like when I do wedding events, I feel better when I'm doing photography and video, because this is my entire team doing that event. So there's no, There's no conflict. So yeah, it'll be nice to have.
Yeah, because I already have the team of photographers and videographers. So, and I always have somebody recording me myself working. So instead of them recording me, why don't I just let them focus on the content instead?
Yeah.
So it's going to, because everybody, I don't know, I think social media now is money, because the more like, I think the attention you get, the more money you make off social media alone. So if they can make that money for themselves, why give it to videographer? Because videographer actually have the copyrights and stuff like that on the video and stuff. So I think that's the reason. I think so.
Yeah. That's the reason.
Yeah. So now let's go to, you said something earlier about customer education, like educating your client and stuff. I see why it is necessary, but why do you think it is necessary?
To educate your client. Okay, now I feel like if your client is well educated, you can upsell them. Okay, let's say for instance, you're gonna shoot a wedding photos for a client, and then you were just gonna like send them soft copies over the internet and have them, download their photos. Without them knowing that they could do a frame like this, picture frame like this, like you have on the wall. But if you educate them and tell them, wait, I know I can send out these photos to you to download and save it to your phone or drive or computer or whatever. But don't you think? I think it would be nice to also have like your portrait in your living room, and just show them samples. You've educated them by letting them know, oh, that's an option, that's a possibility. Some of them might not be thinking of that possibility of having something like that in their living room. You've just made them do that.
Yeah.
And guess what? That extra money coming to your pocket as the photographer. And this is just one of them. There's some other things. Some clients will come and tell you. I will have clients ask me questions sometimes because I like to break down what I'm doing for them. And they will ask me, okay, what do you mean by the documentary edit? What do you mean by the highlight, video highlight? Then I start to educate them. Sometimes, someone will be like, oh, okay. I think I need both. I think I need both the highlight and the documentary. And some people will be like, 5 minutes highlight. No, I want the full thing, which is the documentary.
Yeah.
But if you don't educate them, they might be expecting something different. And by the time you're done with the shoot, let's say, for instance, you went in thinking you were going to do the highlight and you were missing out some parts just because this is highlight and shooting. And they're like, why is it just 5 minutes? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I like to educate my clients and let them know, make sure we're on the same page, because I like to over deliver. So I want us to always be on the same page. I never take that part out. I must educate them.
Yeah. So these clients, after we already said everything that has to be said, they already know what they are getting and stuff. I believe they know what they are getting. I didn't know they did not know. So they know they are getting all their pictures. Soft copies, good. You are downloading everything. And then at the end of the event, you are telling me, where are the printouts? You not print none of my pictures. I said, no. What I promised you are all your pictures. The pictures you have, then I was educating them even after the event. This that you have is better than hard copy. Because this, you can print it out this way. You can print it out this way than me giving you hard copy. So I was explaining. She said, no, I pay for hard copy. I did this, I did that. I said, no, that was not our discussion. Then I refer back the contract and stuff. But we are able to like fix all of the issue and everything. Then she later understood that, this is, soft copy is way better than hard copy in any way, because you can always print it later. And let's say you're moving, or the storm that happened there some days ago came and took all the pictures away, then that's the end of the picture. So with technology and the future of everything, soft copy is always way better. So that was the issue then, and that is how we kind of like resolved it. So I wanted to comment on what you said just now. So I'm trying to remember to fix it up. It's about the educating clients and stuff. So someone commented on one of my posts on Instagram. He said a client rejected the photo book he gave them because the brother was not in the picture. I saw the comment. I was like, for real? It kind of like, I don't know, it sounded somehow. So I'm like, is it the photographer's fault or the video or the client's fault? That was going to be my question.
Okay, now everything goes back to, see, I like to play safe in life generally.
Mm-hmm.
I like to cross my T's and dot my I's. So when I design a photo book or album, as the case may be, for client, I always make sure they they go over it, they go through it, make sure they are okay with. So I would send them the soft copy of the design itself, make sure they are okay with every page. Let the conversation be in writing, because some people are really funny. Let the conversation be in writing. Once you I like every page, I like all the photos on the pages, I'm good with it, I would print it. So there's no way you can escape that. There's no way you can get around that, because we have it in writing, and I sent it to you.
And you approved.
So I want to believe he probably didn't send it to them to take a look at it first before he printed the book. That's why. So these are little things you want to do to avoid issues like that. But yeah.
Yeah, that actually makes sense. I don't do photo book. I don't, even if you
I
ask.
stopped doing them a couple years ago.
No, even if they ask, I will tell them, when your party is done, we can now go through it.
Yep.
So when you are done with the party, I know this is what you're getting. I already deliver all of it. Then you can now talk about frame. You can now talk about photo book, because I don't want to discuss about photo book.
Yep.
Because you sent the last one I did, I think I give them a 50 pages stuff. So it's like 100 back and front. So there was still that issue, because I don't know about what you said about sending the proof to them for them to see what they are getting. I did not send none of that. I just did it just like, oh, this is going to look nice. Oh, these are happy pictures. This is going to, that was my intention. I meant well, but they didn't receive it well. They like, no, the album is not big enough. So it's just like all this complaint that I don't even like, I don't know somebody can complain about. So then I now say, okay, it is their pictures, it is their memory, they know what they want about it.
Yeah.
But that one, ever since then, no more album. So if you want album, after party, send all the
Yep.
pictures you want to me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think it's better that way, so they can go through all the photos. Heck, I make some of them select the photos themselves and send it to me. I'll just give them, pointers and let them know, educate them again, and be like, okay, I don't think you should have this one. Most times, from experience, most times when you educate the clients, you talk to them, you make suggestions to them, most time they will listen, at least 80% of the time, because for them to come to you in the first place means they have some trust in you that you can deliver. So I want to believe that when you advise them sometimes, except of course we have some
some people that don't want to advise. So thank you so much for the conversation we've been having.
Yes, sir.
So my next question is what I ask all the guests, right? It's about the video photo thing. So what is one thing about what you do that you love and you like it to continue? And what is one thing about what you do that you don't like and you don't even want to see it anymore? That's a 2-in-1 question.
Yeah, one thing I love to do that I would like to continue, and I believe will always continue, is I like to color grade, which is more of the post-production part of it. Yeah, that I will do for a long time, because that's my number one. But as far as what I would like to do, but then still get the money from not doing it. I don't know how possible that is. Events, I have a couple of friends like, nah, I don't want to do events anymore. Events are stressful, especially weddings. I don't know. Forgive me if I offend anyone. That's why I always prefer to shoot American weddings, because they're more chill. I love my African folks, but sometimes it gets stressful. Yeah, weddings generally is one thing I really want to stop doing.
No, and what you're running from is actually what I'm getting into.
Is what you're getting.
I actually love weddings.
You love weddings,
and I'll
yeah.
tell you why. The picture we did on Sunday,
Mhm.
is this Saturday or Sunday that I saw you?
Yeah, it was
your wife
Saturday.
yeah.
Saturday.
I'm done with the pictures, and I sent everything already, and she loved all the pictures.
Wow.
It's like the fastest way to make money for me, because I don't stress over the pictures at all. It's so simple. It's just that I just make sure nobody is missing.
In the photo.
As long as nobody is missing, I'm always going to it's always like, that's the easiest thing for me. So when people are saying I'm running for wedding, I'm like, why? It's the easiest thing ever, because it like looks so easy in my eyes that if I do that work that day, I can finish it that day. Pictures, I can finish it that day. But when people say, "Oh, I'm running for me," I'm like, why?
So the picture aspect is, trust me, when I do photo and video for an event, I can't wait to get to the photos to edit them. My problem is the video. That thing takes, it takes a toll on you.
Yeah.
Event days, man. I remember back in the day, I would be on the gimbal from morning till late night. I'm on that thing. And of course, we're not growing any younger. It gets harder as you start to age. But as far as photos, I will do photo anytime because it's the easiest thing for me to edit. Once I hop on Lightroom, because when I do photos, I take photos like I'm not going to edit them.
Yeah.
So when I get on Lightroom,
it's going to be way easy.
So I love taking. I don't have issues taking photos of weddings, but video is a lot. So I'd rather do film and commercials and stuff. I'd rather do all that.
But I think I understand. Video is always hard. To get the inspiration, to get the right mood to edit. Because if the mood is not right,
so that happens to you too. Oh man, sometimes I'm sitting there for 2-3 weeks. I'm like, okay, I'll make some notes, and then I'm like, the photos. I've done the photos like the very first week. But the video, I'm like,
oh no, I'm not.
But the good thing is once I get to it, I'm able to go like real fast.
Mood. I think video is mood, and that is why people are in content creator, because they don't need mood. Just say what they see.
Whatever they see.
They don't need inspiration to be like, oh, I want this video to look like. I think it happens to everybody, because if I'm not in the right mood, I'm not touching that video. Because if I touch it and I post it, I'm not going to post it. You can post it and tag me. I'm not even going to comment because I just don't feel it. So I understand you. So thank you so much for that. So someone coming up, you want to do both pictures and videos, what advice will you be giving them?
Okay, if you're just starting out with photography or videography or whatever, I'd say, first of all, you want to, this is pretty basic. You want to get a mentor. Somebody that you like their style and have made something good out of themselves or out of their work. You want to have a mentor. You want to be very close to technology and the way things are moving so fast these days. Sometimes if I leave the internet for a week, the next time I'm back, it's almost like, man, I'm starting all over because the technology is growing so fast. So I'd say keep up with technology, not to say buy every equipment or buy every camera you see coming out, or at least know what's happening, know the tools that are available to make your job faster, and most of all, be creative, be you, because that's what's going to separate you from other photographers and videographers out there. And that's what's going to help you stand the test of time with AI and everybody becoming photographers and videographers these days. So
so I have these 3 questions I'm going to throw to you real quick. First one, what's the best advice you ever received?
As far as photography and videography, generally, best advice I've ever received is get your camera out and shoot. Even when you don't feel like, go out and shoot. Because I feel like with doing this, it's an art, right? So the more you do it, the better you become. Just go out there and shoot. That's how you figure out things. That's how you get to learn new things. You get to discover you. as the creative. You get to discover who you really are, because you can learn. You can look at all the people. You can look at Fawaz. You can look at Roy. You can look at all the people do this stuff. But until you become you might not be original, and you just go about copying people. And then why should I come to you when I can go get the original guy Fawaz to take my photos? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Second, what's the worst advice you ever received?
Worst advice I've ever received. Okay, I think the worst, not the. When I say it's an advice, it's not an advice. It's something I've heard about. White people won't patronize your business because you're black. I don't believe so. Because I do a lot of what they call white people events, a lot. And most times I'm in the room, I'm only the black guy in the room. So I don't believe in all that. I just feel like all that needs to stop. I mean, all humans, and anybody can just be good at what you do, and anybody will hire you.
That makes sense. So, and the last question is going to be the term niche down. Do you think it's rightfully used or not? Do you think it's niche down? What do you think of it?
So niche down, my question would be, what's the purpose? Why should I niche down? Am I niching down to make more money? Am I niching down to master a particular craft?
Okay, so now
focus on a particular craft.
So now, as a photographer, and let's say photographer, they want you to niche down to being just wedding, or niche down to just portrait, or niche down to this, or don't just do only photography and just only this thing.
Honestly, to me, I'd say just do whatever works for you. Figure it out. Do whatever works for you. I don't know if I can take photos. If I love weddings, I can take good wedding photos. And there's an opportunity to do like a commercial shoot for like a brand. I don't see why I shouldn't do it. I don't see why I should turn it down because somebody somewhere says niche down. I don't believe in that. A photographer is a photographer. For the most part, you should be able to do a wide range of photography.
Yeah.
You know. So I don't. Yeah, some people say, oh, it's better to focus on the 50 people that you know of. These are the people who are coming for this service versus trying to cater to a million people that you're not even. Honestly, just do you. Find what works for you. Some people are good at doing just wedding photography, and they get all wedding clients. Why some are good at they get different clients. I am more of a guy that gets different type of clients. I don't want to. To me, I'd say I'm limiting myself to want to just do weddings. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. So sense, yeah.
But yours might be different.
No, that was exactly how I think.
Yeah,
that's exactly how I think.
You understand?
I want to like tackle that niche down thing because it's not working for me.
Yeah.
And people are just calling me for everything. I can't be declining it because I just want to niche down for niching down sake. Yeah. So when we're back, we're going to answer the last question of the day. It's about the name of the show. Welcome back, and thank you so much for every word of advice you've been giving, the clarity you provide to every question that we throw to you today. So, to the last question that I ask every single guest on the show.
Yes, sir. Bring it on.
Is the name of the show, What Next? So, what next of Roy Productions?
What's next for Roy? So, I want to go into movies like big time. I have always loved music video, commercial. I'm more of a film guy, and that's what I'm. That's like the next thing for me. I will still do events. Like a lot of people say, events, bring money and blah blah blah. Yeah, but then if you're able to break into the corporate world, and it pays better actually. But the only thing is how to get in. Once you can break in, you'll love it. It's more chill, and you don't have to do all the run around and blah 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 like events. But yeah, that's like the next. And of course, delving into all the businesses. Like I do rentals. Like I rent out equipment, because of course, we're not we're not too young anymore to be running around with 5 heavy cameras and stuff. But that's like the future. I want to run out, which I'm already doing, run out cameras and stuff to younger folks coming out there. Encourage them in some way. Yeah.
So thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. It's been fun hearing you talk. This is kind of our first time talking this long. Because I don't remember talking this long ever. So thank you so much for everything. We appreciate it, and that will be all.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So,